Hop. Hammaga assalomu alaykum. Xayrli kech. Demak, bugun marafonimizning ikkinchi kuni, 31-mart. Bugun sizlar bilan nasib bo'lsa, cause and solution haqida gaplashamiz. Okay? So, let's start. Cause and solution. Bugun ham kechagidek interaktiv qilaveramiz, Dilshodaka. Bolalardan savol so'rab, kelamiz brainstorm qilib. Ham? Yeah. Okay. Manda bitta savol bor. Keling, bolalardan so'raymiz. Cause and solution bilan problem and solution ni adashtiradiganlar bormi? Chunki menda shu narsa oldin problema bo'lardi. Endi essay yozish o'rganayotgan paytimda. To есть bu narsani ajratib olish juda ham kerak o'sha task response uchun. Menimcha bor. Menimcha mana shundan boshlasak bo'ladi. Yes. Okay. Bor. I don't know these are. All right. Good. Xo'p, qarang. Oldin cause and solution bilan problem and solution men farqini aytaman. Undan keyin birgalikda cause and solution haqida gaplashamiz. Okay? Qarang, men hozir 3 ta parametr qo'ya olaman. Okay? Parametr deganda nima? Qarang. Situation, ya'ni vaziyat. Bu vaziyatdan chiqadigan muammo, bu vaziyatni sababi bu muammoni yechimi. Okay? Oddiygina. Unchalik ham qiyin narsa emas. Hozir bitta gap bilan sizga farqini aytaman. Okay? Qarang, cause and solutionda, problem solutionda nima bo'ladi? Problem solutionda sizga beriladi vaziyat, ya'ni mana bu sizga topic bo'ladi. Va mana shu vaziyatni muammosi nima? Ya'ni shu vaziyatdan kelib chiqadigan muammo va uni yechimi nima? Tushunyapsizmi? Masalan, keling shunga bitta example olamiz. Qarang, problem solutionga. Situation qanaqa bo'lishi mumkin? Situation oddiy. Masalan, qarang. Many people are too okay, many people are over, let's say, reliant. No, not over reliant. Yeah, many people are too much dependent on technology. Ya'ni ko'ryapsiz, bu hech qanaqa muammo emas. Shunchaki odamlar texnologiyaga suyanib qolgan, tamom. Buni muammosi nima va yechimi nima? Oddiygina. Cause and solutionda nima bo'ladi? Cause and solutionda ozgina farqi bor. Cause and solutionda bizga endi situation emas, bizga problem beriladi va mana shu problem qayerdan kelib chiqyapti, sababi nima deb qo'yadi. Tushunyapsizmi? Masalan, hozir aytaylik, bitta problem. Qarang. So, people are becoming let's say less mentally alert. Ya'ni odamlar bugungi kunda aqlan kamroq alert bo'lyapti. Ya'ni masalan 100 yil oldingi odamlar bizdan nima deydi? Shukriroq bo'lgan. Hozirgilar ozgina boshqacharoq. Bu ham bilasiz sababi nimaligini. Mana shu muammoni bizdan so'raydi, yechim nimasi nima? Sababi nima? Ya'ni qayerdan kelib chiqdi va bunga ham solution so'raydi. Demak, problem solution bilan cause and solutionni ikkalasini bir-biridan farqi shu. Demak, menimcha buni tushundingiz. Keling endi cause and solutionni o'zi haqida gaplashamiz. Okay? Xo'p, men bu yozuvni ozgina kattaroq qilaman yana. Okay? Yeah, menimcha ko'rinyapti sizga. So, look. An IELTS writing task 2 cause and solution question is a type of essay prompt that requires you to identify reasons behind a particular problem or issue. Demak, cause and solution essayda maqsadi ma'lum bir bitta muammo yoki ma'lum bir bitta issue-ni ortida turgan sabablarni topib berish. U sabablarni qanaqa yozishda men sizga hozir ko'rsataman, chunki imенно vocabulary bitta sample essay ham bor. To'shto structure ni o'rganishga bugun hozir ko'rib chiqamiz. Essay yozishdan oldin, okay? Xo'p, undan tashqari propose potential solutions, ya'ni unga yechim berishingiz kerak, okay? Xo'p, qarang. Savollar qanaqa bo'lishi mumkin? Sizga berilayotgan savollar taxminan mana bunaqa bo'ladi. Why do some people struggle with unemployment and what can be done to address this problem? Ya'ni bitta narsani esingizdan chiqarmang, sizga hech qachon what are the causes and what are the solutions deb qo'ymaydi. Ya'ni mana shu ma'nodagi savolni boshqacha rephrase qilishi mumkin. Tushunyapsizmi? Kirib bo'lmayapti, juda tez gapiryapsiz. Dilshod aka, normal eshitilyapti sizga?
Sirojiddin juda yaxshi kelyapti. Kodi juda zo'r. Prosta endi 1000 ta odamning ichida baribir ham где-то 100 ta odamda yoki o'sha internet yomon bo'ladi, yoki texnikasi bilan
Aha.
muammo bo'ladi. Buni
Bitta
ignore qilib.
ikkitasida.
Yes, everything. If I can hear you well, what's the problem? I'm also in a different place.
Alright. Alright. Agar nimadir muammo bo'ladigan bo'lsa, kommentariyaga ko'p yozib tashlanglar, o'shandan bilaman nimadir muammoligini. Okay? Struggle with degani qiynaladi, suffer deganda, mana shu bitta cause and solutionga muammo, ya'ni example. Yoki bo'lmasa qarang. In social media contributed to a rise in mental health issues among young people. Ya'ni in what ways degani ham bu tipa cause ga o'xshagan narsa. Okay? Xo'p, undan keyin o'sha bergan solutioningizga, o'sha bergan cause'ga siz solution aytishingiz kerak. Okay? Xo'p, qarang. Essay structure qanaqa bo'ladi? Pirshod aka, I have a question. Qarang, body one, ba'zi kitobda aytadi cause plus body 2 da yana mana shunaqa cause plus solution yoziladi. Men ba'zi samplelarni ko'rganimda, demak, buni hozir A variant qilib oladigan bo'lsak, deylik. B variantda qanaqa bo'ladi? B variantda body 1 ni o'zida cause plus cause, ya'ni ikkita cause birdan beradi-da. Undan keyin body 2 da solution plus solution beradi. Which one is better?
Eng muhim narsa bu situatsiyada menimcha nechta solution borligi, agar chunki bitta solution bo'lsa, o'sha solutionni ikkinchi main barda yozaveraman. So it's about the number. For today's essay, if it's crime, it's difficult to find many solutions to crime. So if it's like one good solution, I will have causes in the main body 1 and solution in main body 2. It really depends. But both are fine. When you have two causes and two solutions which are directly related, the first option is also good.
Okay. Men 3 ta yoki 4 ta variant ko'rdim, bugun o'sha sampledan ko'rganda. Demak, birinchisi mana shu body 1, body 2, ikkinchisi body 1, body 2 da bittasida ikkita cause, ikkinchisida ikkita solution. Uchinchi variant ham bor ekan. Unda nima qilyapti? Qarang, body 1 ni o'zida cause, undan keyin body 2 ni o'zida yana bitta cause, body 3 da solutions de. Aniq beryapti. Ya'ni, demak, cause and solution essayda aniq bitta to'g'ri deb ataladigan structure yo'q, bolalar. O'sha vaziyatdan kelib chiqib siz essayingizni strukturaga qo'yaverasiz. Ya'ni agar causes ko'p bo'ladigan bo'lsa, uni cause 1, cause 2, ya'ni bu yerda bitta narsa borda, birinchi cause ikkinchi cause'ga qay darajada related. Tushunamizmi? Masalan, deylik, oddiy bitta air pollution bo'ladigan bo'lsa, bizga muammo. Mana shuni cause'larini aytib ber desa, masalan, siz birinchi agar industry haqida gapiradigan bo'lsangiz, ya'ni o'sha factories haqida gapirib turib, ikkinchidan air pollutionga, deylik, transportni qo'yayotgan bo'lsangiz, transport. Ikkalasi ikki xil mavzu bo'lganligi uchun bittasini body 1 da, ikkinchisini body 2 da yozib, uchinchisida bemalol introduction bersangiz bo'ladi. Okay? Xo'p, men sizlarga bugun bitta zo'r narsa o'rgatmoqchiman. Okay? Essay structuredan ham muhimroq bo'ladigan narsa. Okay? So, stealing the language. Bu narsa haqida eshitganmiz? Ya'ni til o'g'irlash. Eshitganmizmi? Yes, no. Okay. No, really. Okay. Do you mean analyzing benign model essays? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. Borrowing structure, vocabulary, yes. It's not borrowing, it's stealing. Because like when you borrow, you need to like give it back. But you're not giving it back. Birshot akadan o'g'irlayman. Birshot aka ko'rdingizmi? Sample essaylaringizni tahlil qiladiganlar bor ekan.
It's okay, sharing is caring, it's fine.
Yeah, sharing is caring, yeah. Okay. Qarang, bu prosta tak ideya o'g'irlashmasda, menda bitta muammo bo'lardi. Masalan, cause so'ragan bo'lsa, menda bitta obvious question. Ya'ni agar darajangiz где-то o'sha 5,5 6 da bo'ladigan bo'lsa, how can I write cause. Ya'ni men cause'ni qanaqa qilib aytaman, qanaqa qilib beraman. Shunchaki present simple yoki present continuous o'rgangan strukturalarim bu yerda yemaydi. Ya'ni essay cohesive bo'lishi uchun cause'ni qanaqa izhor qilishni bilish kerak. Ya'ni mana bu yerda siz hozir expressions o'rganasiz. Okay? Qarang, men birinchi yozdim. Deylik, o'zim yozganim yo'q buni. Bir ikkita joydan qarab tayyorladim. No, normally sample chiqdi. Qarang. Body one'da demak o'sha introduction'da hozir mavzu yozilgan. Okay? Pastroqda sample bor. Qarang. Hozir men sizga cause yozishni o'rgataman. Qarang, body one'da birdaniga boshlanyapti mana bu yerda cause haqida. Demak, topic bizga qarang. What are the causes of air pollution and what can be done to solve this problem? Demak, hozir bizga bu air pollution, air pollutiondan bizga cause and solution degan narsani so'rayapti. Demak, bizani essay turimiz bugungi. Hozir bitta mana shu sample essayni tahlil qilgan holda men sizga ham vocabulary o'rgataman, ham essayni strukturasini, ya'ni nima qayerda yoziladi, undan keyin birgalikda sample ko'ramiz. Okay? Xo'p, qarang. Introduction boshlanyapti. Introductionda har doim emas, ko'p holatda maslahat beraman. 3 ta narsa yozishdi o'sha o'tgan safargidek. Lekin bu yerda ozgina specificroq. Qarang. Birinchi sentence bo'lishi kerak sizga how important is the issue is. Ya'ni siz yoritmoqchi bo'lgan muammo qay darajada muhim. Umuman olganda mana shu muammoni bitta background information berishingiz kerak. Background information. Okay? Ikkinchi bo'ladigan narsa bu potential causes. Ya'ni potential causes. Ya'ni causelari bormi yoki yo'qmi? Uchinchi aytadigan narsangiz demak some solutions. Ya'ni berishingiz kerak. Mana shunaqa bo'lyapti. Bu muammo juda ham jiddiy. Buni kelib chiqadigan bir nechta sabablari bor o'ziga yarasha va lekin buni yechsa bo'ladi. Mana shunaqa qilib bitta introduction bersangiz bo'ldi. Hech qachon yozmang. In this essay I'm going to write about causes and solutions. Bu qanaqadir natural chiqmaydi. Okay? Qarang, tepadagi introductionda air pollution is a pervasive problem. Demak, bizda yangi like collocation. Hop, pervasive problem nima degani bolalar? Pervasive problem. So, men birdaniga nima tashlayman? Definition. Okay. So, pervasive. Pervasive. I don't know. Насущная проблема. Common problem. Major problem. Da. Qarang. Hozir siz nimani o'rgandingiz? Agar sizga haqiqatan ham juda ham jiddiy muammo bo'ladigan bo'lsa, ya'ni jiddiyligida emas, butun dunyoda mana shu muammo bor. Tushunamizmi? Existing in all parts of place or thing, spreading gradually to affect all parts of. Masalan, hozir aytsak bo'ladi, unemployment bu bizga pervasive problem. Ya'ni keng tarqalgan muammo. Yoki bo'lmasa aytsak bo'ladi, crime'ni hozir aytsangiz bo'ladi, less pervasive problem bo'lyapti, lekin baribir ko'p joylarda bor degandek. Yoki masalan hozir aytsak bo'ladi, obesity ham shunaqa muammo bo'lishi mumkin. Air pollution ham bizga hozir shunaqa muammo. Qarang, men bu narsani nimaga aytyapman? O'zingizga kichkinagina not qilib yoza olasiz. Introductionda chunki background infoni berayotganimda problemga nisbatan mana shu pervasive degan so'zni ishlatsam bo'lar ekan deb yozib qo'yasiz. Qachonki sizga haqiqatdan mana shunaqa muammo keladigan bo'lsa, bemalol vocabulary ishlatsangiz bo'ladi. Demak, qarang. Air pollution bizga pervasive muammo bo'lib ketyapti. Qaysiki affects many parts of the world with serious consequences. Demak, jiddiy zararlari bor. Okay? Qarang, affect something with serious consequences for human health and environment. Demak, savolda ikkita narsa bor edi. Ya'ni air pollution. Men uni hozir ikkiga bo'lyapman. Birinchisi o'sha human healthga, ikkinchisi environmentga. Ya'ni ikkita narsa. Endi qarang, mana bu gapim menga hozir o'sha essay uchun bitta kichkinagina background information. Endi ikkinchi gapimda men nimani aytaman? Cause kerak menga. Tushunamizmi? Qarang. The causes of air pollution are numerous and complex, ranging from transportation and industrial activities to agricultural practices and natural phenomena. Qarang, men sizga language stealing deb nimani nazarda tutyapman? Xuddi mana shu sentence'da grammar structure'ni olgan holda o'zingizga introductionda cause uchun bitta nima deydi? O'zi template qilish yaxshi narsa emas, lekin endi o'rganayotgan bo'lsangiz, endi moslashayotgan bo'lsangiz, template qilib o'rgansangiz bo'ladi. Keyin moslashganingizdan keyin primo yozib ketasiz. Okay? Ya'ni nima demoqchiman? 10 ta template'ni tushunib o'rgansangiz, 11-si o'zi xayolingizga birdaniga keladi. Okay? Qanaqa template bor hozir bu yoqda? Men nimani o'zgartiraman? Causes of air pollution. Mana buni men o'zgartiraman, subject qilaman. Masalan, agar sizga obesity haqida gap keladigan bo'lsa, causes of obesity, ya'ni semizlikda nimalari are numerous and complex. Bu shunchaki ko'p va qiyin. Uni causelari qiyin bo'lmasa agar, shunchaki are several deb qo'yasiz, ya'ni bir nechta. Qarang. Ranging from, mana bu yerda hozir transportation and industrial activity bu bizga hozir bo'ladi cause 1. 2. Agriculture practices and natural phenomena. Mana bu hozir cause 2. Ya'ni siz essayda planning qildingiz-ku, planning qilganingizda cause 1, cause 2 ni topdingiz, to'g'rimi? Hozir masalan, agar obesity ga xuddi shunaqa essay yozadigan bo'lsak, nima bo'ladi? Qarang. So, the causes of obesity are several, ranging from mana bu yerda hozir sedentary lifestyle to ketdiman bu yoqda GMO. You know this, right? Genetically modified organism, right? Yeah. So to overconsumption of genetically modified organism. Yoki shunchaki fast food deb qo'ysa bo'ladi. Yo'q, fast food emas. Overconsumption of should I get any word here? Or is it fine to say genetically modified organism?
Genetically modified food, usually we say, but you can say genetically modified organism as well.
How about saying processed food?
Yeah, processed food sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Qarang, mana bu sizga hozir bo'ldi. Любой bitta introductionda yozsangiz bo'ladi, qachonki cause kerak bo'ladigan bo'lsa, demak hozir mana shu sizga template. Men mana shuni aytayapman sizga stealing the language deb. Ya'ni siz hozir buni skeletini qo'parib oldingizda, ana u skeletiga o'zingizda odamingizni qo'yasizda, любой joyga yozib ketaverasiz. Tushunyapsizmi? Okay. Endi keling davom etamiz. Xo'p, cause tushundik. Keyingi narsa, despite the challenges, ya'ni qiyinchilikka qaramasdan, there are several solutions that can be implemented to mitigate the impact of air pollution and promote healthier living condition. Okay. Mana bu endi introductionda oxirgi gapi. Xo'p, cause haqida gap bor. Solution haqida ham gap bor. Bo'ldi. Mana shu introduction 3 ta gap. Background, cause, undan keyin solution haqida bersangiz bo'ldi. Agar buni hozir nima qiladigan bo'lsak, skelet qiladigan bo'lsak, qarang. So, despite the challenges, so there are several solutions that can be implemented to mitigate the impact of nimadir. Men bu yoqqa уже ketdi. Smashaka hozir subject qo'ysangiz, no, har doim emas. Nimaga? Mitigate the impact of masda buni o'rniga masalan combat deb turib undan keyin subject qo'ysangiz bo'ladi. Ya'ni mana shunga qarshi kurashish uchun bir nechta solutionlarni implement qilish mumkin. And mana bu yerda subjectga doir birorta bir gap. Masalan qarang. Agar bizga traffic jam haqida gap bo'ladigan bo'lsa, unga hozir nima yozsak bo'ladi? Despite the challenges, there are several solutions that can be done. That can be implemented to combat traffic jams and make our ways pedestrian friendly. Pedestrian friendly. Is there this kind of word, or am I creating it?
Well, I think that sounds very logical.
It's fine, right?
I never use it though, but I think it sounds good. We can check it. Should I check it? What do you think?
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Is there a word?
Yes.
I mean, friendly is there? Oh, really?
Yes.
So, pedestrian-friendly streets. Pedestrian-friendly streets are often most attractive and memorable streets in our communities. They are full of life, activity, Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Demak, ko'rdingiz, hozir men umuman boshqa essayda yozilgan bitta narsani oldimda, ichidagi skeletlarni almashtirdimda, men o'zimni essayim uchun, ya'ni umuman boshqa bo'lgan essay uchun bitta introductionga gap yozdim. Okay? Buni faqat adashmasam introda nimada qilish mumkin deb o'ylasangiz adashasiz, lekin body 1, body 2 da ham qachonki cause aytilayotgan paytda, solution aytilayotgan paytda xuddi shunaqa qilib language stil qilsa bo'ladi. Okay? Xo'p, intro tushunarlimi hammaga? Ya'ni cause and solution the introduction. Demak, background information, cause and then solution. Любой bitta temaga qo'yib ketsangiz bo'ladi, mana shu tepada yozilgan template. Sure. Okay. Ertaga body 1 haqida ko'ramiz. Qarang. Men olgan essayim qanaqa yozilgan? Body 1 ni o'zida bitta cause and solution, body 2 da cause and solution, body 3 da cause and solution, oxirida conclusion. Demak, 3 ta paragraf bor bizda. 3 ta paragraf degani 3 ta cause, 3 ta solution. Ataylab ko'p oldim. Nimaga? Qancha ko'p o'sha cause qanaqa yozilishi, solution qanaqa berishini bilsangiz, darsdan menimcha maksimal foyda olgan bo'lasiz. Mana shu holatda. Okay? Xo'p, ketdik qarang. Body 1 da nima bo'lyapti? So, one of the primary causes of air pollution is vehicle emissions. Demak, mana bu narsa sizga kerak hozir. Qarang. Demak, nima yozamiz hozir? Body 1 da first sentence bu bilasiz nimaligini, ya'ni buni opening sentence ham deyishadi, ya'ni birinchi boshlaydigan narsa. So, the primary cause of something. Hozir the primary cause of something is another thing that says, o'sha sizga bitta language birinchi cause da primary degan narsa eng asosiy. So, demak, air pollution o'rniga biz hozir qo'yamiz essayimizni subject'i is, undan keyin ikkinchi subject. Agar bunga hozir example qiladigan bo'lsak, masalan qarang. Hozir aytsak bo'ladi, one of the primary causes of school bullying is lack of discipline masalan. Ya'ni maktabdagi bezorilikni asosiy sabablaridan biri bu tushundingiz o'sha bullying. Ya'ni any lack of discipline, ya'ni yetarlicha tartibni yo'qligi, ya'ni nazoratni yo'qligi. O'shaning natijasida bullying bo'ladi. Bir-birini urishadi, bosim qilishadi shuni. Qarang, keyingisida ketdi. So, cars and trucks release variety of pollutants into the air, including carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter. So, this pollution can lead to respiratory problems and other health issues. Qarang, cause the bitta aytdingiz, mana shu vehicle emission. Nima u vehicle emission degan savolga keyingi gapda to'liqroq javob berishingiz kerak. Ya'ni bu o'sha supporting statement. Oxirgisi this pollution lead to. Lead to degan narsa bizga bilasiz olib keladi, ya'ni consequence deb beradi. Xo'p, muammoni aytyapti yana. Ya'ni health issue ga respiratory ga olib keladi. Qarang. Solution uchun nima? To address this problem, governments can promote something. Okay. Agar bundan hozir skelet oladigan bo'lsak, qarang, qanaqa skelet chiqadi taxminan. So, to address this problem, undan keyin subject plus verb. Ya'ni любой gap yozsangiz bo'ladi. Bu muammoni yechish uchun nima? Agar buni yana ham to'liqroq qilib beradigan bo'lsam, qarang. To address this problem, mana bu yerda subject o'rniga odatda government yoki bo'lmasa shunchaki people yoki bo'lmasa doctors, ya'ni agar doktorlar bu bilan shug'ullanayotgan bo'lsa yoki bo'lmasa police agar politsiyachilar shug'ullanayotgan bo'lsa, undan keyin berasiz could or can and then plus verb and then second part of speech. Tushunayapsizmi? Bu solution berish sizga oddiygina. Buni lekin bitta joyi bor, toki practice qilmas ekansiz, umuman yuqmaydi sizga. Prosta tak yozib olishda o'zini foydasi yo'q. Okay? Xo'p, qarang nima qilish kerak bu muammoni yechish uchun. Aytyapti development of cleaner vehicles, ya'ni tozaroq vehicle kerak, such as electric cars. Example ham bor. Yana bitta narsa qarang, cause and solution essayda siz agar cause'ni a deb berdingizmi, qanaqadir a deb, uni solutionni ham mana shunga aloqador a bo'lishi kerak. Ya'ni agar mabodo siz mana bunaqa yozsangiz, qarang, semizlikni muammosi bu deb turib, semizlikni sababi bu deb turib, agar siz kam harakatlik desangiz, buni yechish uchun odamlar ko'proq meva yeyish kerak desangiz bu yoqda. Ikkinchisida semizlikni muammosi bu deb turib noto'g'ri ovqat yeyish. Tushunyapsizmi? Buni yechish uchun nima qilish kerak? Sport bilan ishlash kerak desa, mana bu narsa illogical. Tushunyapsizmi? Illogical 100%. Mana shu narsa ko'p talabalarda o'sha IELTS learnerlarda chalkashtiradi. Body 1 da cause beradi, body 2 da cause beradida. Body 1 da ikkita cause beradi, body 2 da ikkita solutioni cause bilan umuman aloqasi yo'q. Mana shu narsaga e'tibor bering. Okay? Mana shunaqa qilyapman hozir. Tepada yozilgan transportlardan keladigan, trucklardan keladigan emissionlar pastda o'sha vehicle'larni elektrikka o'zgartirish kerak. In addition, policies that encourage carpooling bilasizmi nimaligini? Bitta xo'jalik uyiga bitta mashina. And the use of bicycles can also help to reduce vehicle emissions and improve air quality. Mana shu hozir bitta normally body 1. Okay? Xo'p, cause and solution ketdi. Keyingisini qarang. Another cause of air pollution is industrial emissions. Demak, bizaga yana shunga o'xshagan skelet. Demak, another cause of nimadir? Buni yozib o'tirishni shart emas, buni bilasiz. Factories and power plants release bu o'zi tushunarli. Yana to address this problem kelgan. Additionally, governments can promote. That's it. Uchinchisini qarang. Agricultural activities also contribute to air pollution. Qarang, bu yerda hozir nima kelyapti? Qarang. So, subject undan keyin can also contribute to mana bu yoqqa ikkinchi subject. Hozir mana bu birinchi subjectga siz cause yozasiz. Can also contribute to subject. Ya'ni faloncha narsa ham olib keladi shunga desangiz bo'ladi. Masalan, hozir qarang. Siz deylik obesity haqida gaplashadigan bo'lsak, body 1 da ovqat haqida, body 2 da kam harakatlik haqida gapirib bo'ldingiz. Body 3 da endi hozir aytsangiz bo'ladi. Qarang. Genetic structure of a person can also contribute to obesity. Ya'ni siz o'sha ikkita cause da aytib bo'ldingiz, uchinchisida endi aytyapsiz odamning genetik strukturasi ham, ya'ni otasi semiz bo'lsa, bu ham semiz bo'ladi degan ma'noda bu paragrafda ochib bersangiz bo'ladi hozir. Okay? So this is also one nice structure for you to use. And yep, that's it. Oxirida introduction. In conclusion, air pollution is a complex problem that requires a comprehensive solution. Xo'p, tushunyapsiz? Bu o'sha conclusion oxirida. Demak, bu juda ham jiddiy muammo va unga jiddiy yechim kerak. By addressing the causes of air pollution such as vehicle emission, demak, o'sha 3 ta bajida aytgan cause'laringizni hammasini bittadan takrorlab chiqishingiz kerak. Vehicle emission, industrial emission and agricultural activities. Bular o'sha aytgan narsalarimiz. We can improve air quality and promote health and well-being of all people. So it's important that governments and communities work together to address this issue and promote to sustainable development for the future generation. Yeah, that's it. Cause and solution. Tushunarlimi? Structure va language stealing. Man ko'p ishlatganman buni, to'g'ri. Simon essaylari, boshqa yaxshi essay yozadiganlarni olib, oldinlari o'tirib olib mana shunaqa yozib chiqardim. Pastda hozir uni tashlab beraman sizga. Cause'ni aytish uchun ishlatish mumkin bo'lgan bir nechta collocationlar va tagida qanaqa ishlatilganligi buni nima qildim? ChatGPTdan oldim. Yozib berdi. Haqiqatan normal yozdi. Buni faqat kontekstini o'rgangan holda, sorry. Yo, normal bo'ldi menimcha. Like causes due to, because of, owing to, as a result. Buni bitta probel tashlab yozish kerak edi, bo'ladi. Pastda sizga solutionlar. Okay? Xo'p. Buni albatta ko'rona ishlatmang. Oldin olingda lug'atdan qidiring. O'sha Oxforddanmi, Cambridgedanmi, kontekst ko'ring, definition o'qing, undan keyin buni ishlatsangiz bo'ladi. Okay? Ungacha tushunmasangiz ishlatmang. Okay? Buni bir ko'rib chiqasiz. Okay? Can you share the file too? Yeah, I will. Wordni wordni ko'ramiz. Tashlashim mumkin. Mega building cause bo'lishi mumkinmi? Mega building no, no, no. Savol: bergan kozlarga solution berish shartmi yoki umuman boshqa ibi ulay. Sitora. Tepada yozdim-ku. Koz berdingizmi, aynan o'shanga doir solution bering. Da, Risola, shu yaxshiroq. Body 1, body 2, undan keyin oxirida body 3 ham xuddi shunaqa bo'lishi kerak. Ya'ni bir xillikda. Okay, agar tushungan bo'lsangiz, bizaga hozircha shu. Endi Dilshod aka bilan birgalikda sample yozsak bo'ladi. Dilshod
Okay.
aka, aren't you bored?
Nope, I'm ready to write a beautiful essay.
All right.
Should I
Now,
share my screen?
yeah. Now, let me share the question first.
Well, I have it, I think.
No, I mean people, so that people can
Oh, yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah, sure, of course.
Xo'p, bugungi mavzu bizga crime. Hozir Dilshod akada master class ko'ramiz. Crime haqida ancha-muncha vocabulary o'rganib olasiz. E'tibor bering, how Dilshod aka is expressing his causes and solutions. Mana shu narsaga e'tibor bering va ideyalarni bir-biriga bog'lanyaptimi yoki yo'q, qanday bog'lanyapti, to есть o'shanga ham e'tibor bering. Okay? Xo'p, Dilshod aka, menimcha ekraningizni share qilsangiz bo'ladi. Men o'zimni o'chirdim.
Do you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So, I'm going to read the question now. I'm going to explain it. I will try to be, well, not too fast because I want everybody to understand me. Plus, I'm going to use Uzbek language when I can to make things more interesting and clear. So, can you hear me, by the way? Is the sound fine, Surgeon?
It's perfect.
All right. Many offenders commit more crimes after serving their first punishment. Why is this happening? And what measures can be taken to tackle this problem? First of all, criminals is offenders. Offenders is criminals. Commit crime means to do a crime, but in academic language we say commit. More means repetitive, additional, not one. Serving means spending time in prison because punishment is spending time in prison. We call that imprisonment. So the topic is asking, right, why are people going to prison, getting out of prison, and going back to prison again after committing another crime, or maybe the same crime twice, or maybe 3 times, or maybe 4 times. But it's not only asking us about the causes, it's also asking us about the solutions, right, or solution that could possibly help to deal with this problem. Tackle means solve, to deal with, to cope with. Problem means the issue. Taken means used. Measures means a solution, right? So we have ourselves a classic cause solution essay about repeating it's called repeat offenders.
Reoffending, yeah.
Yeah, repeat offending. I can share my screen right now, actually. I'll go back to this feature here.
Dilshod aka, can you make it bigger? I mean,
Yes,
now we can see
yes.
the words, yeah.
Sure. Just a second.
All right.
Because I want to make sure people exactly understand what I'm saying when I say repeat offenders, because that's what we're dealing with. Repeat offender, a person who has been convicted of a crime on more than one occasion. So this is a person who goes back to prison. We call that repeat. It's very simple, actually, right? To repeat the crime. Repeat offender. The rise in the number of repeat offenders, maybe. That's the way we deal with this question. Now, going back to my original file, I'll go back to the Word file here. I will zoom it in as you asked to. Can you see it now?
Yeah, now it's good.
All right. Now, of course, the first thing we do is the introduction, but I want to talk about my plan as well. Like you mentioned yesterday that it's okay to spend 5-10 minutes even for planning. So what I want to tell students is, prison is not a good place. Prison is not a good place. We all know that. And a lot of people think that it's easy to change a criminal by just punishing them. That's the thing, right? They think, oh, this person did something bad, so they're going to go to prison. And because it's such a bad place, when they get out, they won't go there back again and they will just be good citizens. It doesn't work that way because it doesn't matter what the place is. People sometimes just get used to a place, right? And when you go to prison, let's say you don't hang out with good people, right? If you stole something, right, you go there and meet somebody who killed somebody. You meet a murderer. So the thing is, you are in one environment with a different type of criminal. So the surrounding that you have is probably not the best to make you a better person. So every day you hear stories about how people killed each other, stole from each other, did corruption or whatever that is. The environment itself can be the major issue. And because of that, I can compare the majority of prisons in the world to prisons in Scandinavia. And every time we're talking about this topic, every student has to understand there's a difference between prisons. Some prisons only punish. Actually, not some, the majority. And only some prisons actually try to change the criminal. Doesn't matter how difficult that is. They try to give them a chance. This chance is called rehabilitation. Maybe some of the people watching right now know what this word means, right? Rehabilitation. Rehabilitation. It's a program. It's a program in prison which includes education. It includes opportunities for criminals that are in prison to learn skills. Because after they get out of prison, if they want to survive in a legal way, they have to do things. They have to know things. But if you don't have any skills that you can offer to the world, you will be desperate to make money. And if you don't have skills, what do? You steal, you kill. Every crime happens for a reason. And we have to understand that. And the major solution today is going to be rehabilitation. So what I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to talk about most of the prisons, punishment only style, the environment, right? And no skills taught. And then I'm just going to say rehabilitation is the thing they have to do. It's one of those cases, when rehabilitation is one solution, but it works perfectly for any cause I give. Because at the end of the day, I think you and everybody agrees it's all about education. It's all about education. Poverty usually and education, but in today's case, it's about education. The more you know, the better. The more educated you are, the better. What do you think?
I agree. So yeah,
All right.
you did the right thing. Like before writing an essay, like starting it right away, you explained the question, and you made it clear what like reoffend means, and so which means our essay is going to be like well built, and it responds to all the tasks, right? Yeah,
Absolutely. And like you mentioned yesterday, and like I repeated right now, this is the plan. We now
yeah,
know what's happening. Because some people just rush. They just want to start faster because they're panicking. They want to win some minutes. But in
yeah,
reality, if you just sit back for a second and think, what am I actually going to write about in this essay? And you have this logic, I think that's so much better. And I did it in like 5 minutes. It's not that much, maybe 6. Right.
hmm,
Let's do it. Now, many, I'll say numerous. Offenders, I'll say criminals. Commit more crimes, right? I'll say commit more crimes. It's okay.
hmm,
Right? And they say after serving their first punishment. And I'll say numerous criminals commit more crimes. Um, even after, right? Say being, let's say, released from prisons. That's my way of paraphrasing, right? So numerous criminals commit more crimes even after being released from prisons. Released to be given freedom. They are given freedom. They're told, now you can go. But they will come back to prison because of the causes we're going to describe, right? And
hmm.
like you said, we can have some background information and just say this issue of repeat offending, right, is a major one worldwide. So actually, I have my background information in the second sentence, but it's not much different. I could have it in the first one somehow, right? But it's fine. So numerous criminals commit more crimes after being released from prisons. This issue of repeat offending is a major one worldwide. One issue. So I just refer back to the word major one, major issue, repeat offending. Now, the reasons of, let's say, an increase in the number of repeat offenders, right? So the reasons of an increase in the number of repeat offenders are related to, let's say, the environment in prisons, let's say, right? And let's say a lack of effort to help, let's say, help prisoners learn in this case. And then I'm saying to solve the given problem, more prisons have to, I'm going to say, what was it? Implement rehabilitation in this case. So to solve the given problem, more prisons have to implement rehabilitation. By the way, it may sound shocking, but prisons with rehabilitation, they have kinds of prison cells that look like hostels almost. I can show a couple of pictures to people, and if I show you a prison in Sweden, like Uzbek people would be shocked, saying this looks like a hotel, like a good 3-star hotel. But in reality, that's a prison. They are given a TV set, they have their game room, they have their newspapers given to them, a good bed, not the worst one. Libraries. And then you would think, the first thing you think is, how are these criminals given so much? They're criminals. But then if you ask yourself, if you don't give them this, and if you don't help them in a certain way, do you think they will change? No. They will just be punished all their life. When they go out, they don't know what to do. They kill again, they steal again, they come back to prison. The place where they got used to, the place where they get the food, even though they're considered bad people. So there we go. Some background information, some paraphrasing. The causes are related to the environment inside and lack of effort to help them educate themselves. Now, good words here: repeat offending, repeat offenders, and the rehabilitation. And again, I just want to make it short. You only see maybe 3 words that you didn't know. Most of the people watching right now, again, can see that I don't need to use so many of those scientific words, right? I'm only using words in certain places, those smart words, when I need to.
Check out the channel. I'm keeping a record of the words that you are using, like as a nice vocabulary in the
All
channel.
right. Wonderful. Looks good. Now I'm going to have my first main body, and I decided for myself that I will talk about causes only in the first one, and I'll have one large main body 2 to describe a solution. So let's talk about the reasons now. I said reasons, I said 2. So let's talk about them. The majority of prisons in many countries, right, are focused on punishing the criminals, right? Making it the only mission of, or making it their only mission. And it makes sense for them, right? Because they think these are bad people. So our job, mission in this case, our job is to punish them because these are bad people. This is what they think, and this is what they do. So the majority of prisons in many countries are focused on punishing the criminals, making punishment the only mission. It is punishment in this case, right? The only mission.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, right? Offenders are in the place where they are being told, or let's say they are being punished, right? Without a chance to change, let's put it this way, or anything. On top of that, this space is shared with other criminals, right? Who also committed crimes in this case. And in such an environment, one can only, or let's say can mostly, or let's say one is more likely to be influenced negatively than positively. My point is, you remember in school with boys, it's always good boys and bad boys. We all know that.
Yeah.
And that's why we always study something called peer pressure. This is what we study in the beginning of IELTS courses, right? There's a thing called peer pressure. It's like whoever you hang out with the most influences you the most. It's normal. If you hang out with boys that smoke and drink and steal, you will probably try that at least or be that person. So the same in prisons. If you hang out every day with criminals that are even worse than you and everybody's telling you you're a bad person, nobody gives you a chance to learn or educate yourself, and every day you're just being told you're a bad person, we're going to punish you, that's it.
So it's contagious, right?
Absolutely. You get used to that. That's the worst. You get used to that, and this is the lifestyle now. You're not being told that you have a chance. You're not being told that maybe you can change your life. No, you're a bad person, and you will spend many years with these bad people around you, and that's it. That's basically what happens. There we go. On top of that is additional, right? And because I said the majority of prisons are focused on punishing the criminals, punishment mission is the first reason. Second, this environment with other people, in this case, that's what we have. And actually, you know what? I'll probably add one more sentence here. Give me a few seconds.
Okay.
I can say this.
In these establishments is the same on a daily basis with no opportunities.
Prisoners.
What the prisoners?
No opportunities, right? No, nothing, no comfort or, I could say facilities actually.
Yeah.
With no, actually opportunity sounds good too.
You can say like no room for maybe
Improvement?
like room. No, room has also meaning like opportunity, I think. There's no rooms for prisoners
No, I
or
mean,
yeah, facilities is better.
yeah. The routine in these establishments is the same on a daily basis with no facilities for the prisoners. No facilities for improvement. How about that?
And again for the prisoners,
Do you want to change this word?
say no facilities for prisoners personality improvement or prisoners
Or
improvement.
should I just get rid of that? I think I should just get rid of that. That's okay because I already mentioned prisoners, criminals, it's okay.
Yeah.
Now look. The best sentence here is the last one. This is going to be the best conclusion to the main body because I'm going to say these reasons combined, right? Combined result in let's say or should I say thus when a prisoner is released, right? They are more likely to commit crime again instead of successfully reintegrating back in society. That's the best point. Reintegrate, come back to normal life. But they won't. Most of them won't, because they got used to that environment. There was no improvement. They spent time with other criminals. They didn't learn much. They didn't have the facilities for any sort of improvement. They don't have the skills. So instead of reintegrating back in a normal world, right, they will commit crimes again. Likely to is a nice word as well, because I don't want to overgeneralize. Chunki biz hamma haqida gapirmaymiz-ku. Baribir o'sha bir ikkita odam nimadirlar qilib, nimadirlar o'rganib o'zi bo'lsa ham, masalan, yaxshi hayot boshlasa bo'ladi. But the majority will have a problem. O'sha over generalization faktorini ham menimcha tushuntirishimiz kerak bo'ladi, Sirojiddin. O'sha narsani biz hali gapirmadik, menimcha ertaga o'sha temani ochsak bo'ladi. Chunki juda ko'p odam everyone yoki no one degan so'zlarni yoqtiradi, tasbih kestiradi, lekin unaqa yozmaymiz. Always majority, minority, some, likely to. We got to be careful. Shunaqa. Can I start the second main body? What do you think?
Yep, I think it's time for the second body in well-developed body 1.
Yeah, it's actually big as well. Let me count. Actually, I just want to know. It's more than 100 words, I think.
Yeah, sure.
It's 104. Yes,
104. Yeah.
İkinci main body, the only solution, but it's good. So let me introduce that. The best possible solution in the given case is definitely the let's say the implementation of rehabilitation. Implementation, rehabilitation. See, I'm subconsciously making rhymes. The best possible solution in the given case is definitely the implementation of rehabilitation. And I want to explain this. I'm saying definitely because I'm confident. Manimcha bu juda to'g'ri narsa, chunki odam confident bo'lsa o'zini ideyasida, qanaqadir fakt yoki statistikalar bo'lsa, manimcha juda zo'r narsa bu. Men ishlataman ekzaminlarda masalan. Chunki tushuntiradigan narsa bu o'sha Skandinaviyada realna o'sha ishlatilgan sistema va nafaqat ishlatilgan positive result ko'rsatgan sistema. Chem boshqa davlatlarga qaraganda masalan. So I think that's a really good thing to say. So the best possible solution is definitely rehabilitation. And I can say this. This practice has been effective, right? Effective in Scandinavian countries for many years. Geografiyani yoqtirmaydigan odamlar uchun tushuntiramiz. Skandinaviya bu o'sha Shvetsiya, Norvegiya, Finlandiya davlatlari, Daniya davlati masalan va o'sha davlatlarda reoffending rate juda kam. Chunki odamlar realna o'sha prisonga borib, bu narsalarni o'rganadi, o'sha chiqqandan keyin o'sha qaytmaydi. There you go. So this practice has been effective in Scandinavian countries for many years. I can say basically, or better, right? In simple words, rehabilitation is creating an environment, right, within the prison, in which criminals are not only punished, but also educated. In Swedish prisons, for example, there are rooms, right, and classes to learn specific skills, right, as well as available sessions with psychologists, for example. So you can talk to a doctor or anybody, you have conversations, you have these games, you can meet people and, I don't know, use technology, for example. That's what you do. So in Swedish prisons, for example, there are rooms and classes to learn specific skills, as well as available sessions with psychologists. These opportunities help criminals, or should I say, can help prisoners, right, learn skills that will likely help them, right, adapt in the normal world once they are given freedom. That's what I wanted to say. Right? Now, I just want to check the number of words. That's going to be what? 89. That looks good. 104, 89, not bad. And I can now go to the conclusion part and just say, to conclude, countries worldwide, right, can imitate the successful practice of Scandinavian countries to tackle the issue of increased reoffending. In this case. It's short, but it pretty much says everything that I really want to say. You know what I'm saying? And but actually, I can mention the causes here. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say this. Look, this is very outdated. It's too simple. This is the old idea of prison. So maybe I can say, to conclude, countries worldwide can imitate the successful practice of Scandinavian countries, tackle the issue of increased reoffending. And I can say, because
is caused by
because the punishment only approach right, does not seem to help in this case. To help prevent the cases of repeat offending. And now this is an extremely beautiful conclusion. It's much better than what I had. It's bigger, and it's like, what, 40 words something? 35. 35 is better than 20. And I just want to count the number of words now. Let's take a look. What is that here? 287.
200. Yeah, that's cool.
Wonderful. Not too big too, even though usually my essays are really big. And of course, I love doing this, and I love beauty. That's what we have. And again, I have to mention, in other words, I have to mention in addition, on top of that, just the flow of information, right? Just having different sentences, explaining them. Thus is a good moment here. I love it. Let's say in simple words, because sometimes I'm using simple words. And actually, it was a really good, really simple explanation. Like there is, all the words here are simple enough, well, except rehabilitation, but I explained it. For example, because I'm giving them a real fact, in this case, and of course, things like to conclude, overall, in the essay. Yeah, there we go. Pretty much done. What do you think?
Yeah. I have shared the question, and if you like copy and paste, like replying the question, so that like people can read it. Yeah, the essay itself like looks cool, well organized, like causes are presented, solutions are given, introduction is cool, conclusion well restated. Yeah, I think like yeah, it's cool.
And there's one thing. What makes this essay really good is that I'm using factual information. It's beautiful. Mamcha shu, mamcha eng qiyin narsa yoki eng qiyin narsalardan bittasi bu o'sha realniy statistika yoki qanaqadir realniy fakt topib tushuntirish. Mana bunaqa essay mamcha o'sha 8, может даже 8,5ga yaqin ball olishi mumkin deb tasdiqning o'zi. Chunki ko'pincha tasdiqni ham ana ballni bilasizku, decrease qilish mumkin. No, mana shu holatda yana bir 5 minut editing qilsam, menimcha 8 yoki даже 8,5 lik essay ham bo'lishi mumkin, chunki bu common sense, bu common knowledge, lekin hamma ham faktni shunaqa tushuntirib bera olmaydi deb o'ylayman. Va studentlar shu narsani o'rgansa, ko'proq artikl o'qib, masalan, ko'proq faktlarni o'rganib, o'sha faktni implementation qilsa main bariga, menimcha bu juda chiroyli narsa.
Ya'ni aytayotgan fikrini real case bilan isbotlab backup qilsa.
xuddi shunaqa. And it's real. Because sometimes, we have to lie, we have to say the same thing twice to make more words and stuff. And here, it's factual. Factual is beautiful. It's true.
Yeah.
So,
But there is a difference between trying to like falsify the data and like giving the real factual evidence. Like when I was intermediate level student, I used to write statistics, numbers out of nowhere, and that was like the only falsification, nothing else. And then I started
no,
checking the real data. Yeah.
no,
خلاص
it's okay if you do that. It's okay because it just has to sound realistic. That's it.
yeah, yeah.
Lekin, yana bitta narsa qo'shsak, masalan, somebody can ask, right, what could make this better? Like, that could be a good question. Nobody's asking it, but how do you improve this essay? Actually, if you're good at remembering statistics, you could try implementing them here. I will try to show you some relevant one, right? Let's check. Let's check. I'll go to my Google right now, and I will say statistics show rehabilitation helps in Scandinavian prisons. I will zoom it now. And I get good articles comparing prison system, United States, and so on. And yet, there we go. Look, how effective are Scandinavian prisons? Scandinavian countries have the lowest recidivism rate in the world, less than 20%. The United States have that rate of 70. This is crime inside the prison, so it doesn't happen. It's less than 20% in this case.
I have also found something interesting. Like
Yeah, and
now,
this one. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
like I have shared it in the channel, as you can see. Like, it's the data of ChatGPT, like statistics on rehabilitation on Scandinavian countries. Norway, as you said, like less than like 20% recidivism rate, and Sweden 30%, and Finland. And here's the short conclusion. Um, yeah, you are totally right in this case.
Yeah. Men aytmoqchi bo'lgan narsa, mana shu narsani, bu narsani ham qo'shsak bu essaga уже как почти ideal holatda bo'ladi. No, statistikalarni memorize qilish hamma uchun ham oson emas. No, agar iloji bo'lsa, I would do that. Lekin men ishlatganman. Realniy essayda statistika ishlatganman, fakt ishlatganman, yordam bergan. Shunaqa gap.
Okay. Ho'p, unda odamlardan so'raylik, savol bormi, yo'qmi? Agar savol bo'lmasa, menimcha causing solution'ni bundan ortiq o'tib bo'lmasa kerak, to'g'rimi?
Bundan ortiq o'sha too much bo'ladi, kerak emas.
Yeah. So can I use the fake data on task 2 deb hozir shu narsani aytdim. Agar fake data ishlatsangiz falsification beradi, bu penaltyga sabab bo'ladi. Agar datani, foizni, raqamni bilmasangiz yozib o'tirmang. No, lekin uni generalroq qilib yozsa bo'ladi. Masalan, 23, 25, 26 atrofidagi statistikani aytsangiz bo'ladi. Around 25% deb qo'ysangiz, u bir taskbandagi masalan 23, 26 ni 25 qilsa bo'lardi. Agar ko'zingiz tushib qolgan bo'lsa, unda ham o'shanga. Lekin unaqa bo'lmasa kerak emas. Kerak
Yana
emas.
bitta narsa aytmoqchi edim. Menimcha yana bitta zo'r variant bor. Даже o'sha o'zingizdan statistika qo'shmoqchi bo'lsangiz ham, realistichniy bo'lsa, даже local source bo'lsa ham. Masalan, according to the local research conducted in Tashkent, for example, over 70% of teenagers regularly eat fast food, which sounds good. I mean, I believe that. O'sha 70% dan ko'proq teenagerlar Toshkentda o'zida regularni fast food yeydi. Va men masalan o'sha KFCga borsam hozir ko'psi teenager bo'ladi va masalan o'sha odamlarni ko'rib, o'sha statistikaga qarab, men o'ylayman, что bu statistika juda real narsaga o'xshaydi deyman. Даже men o'qimagan bo'lsam ham. Lekin masalan 95% of teenagers eat KFC desangiz, u уже xato, chunki unaqa emas. Birinchidan hammani puli ham yo'q, ikkinchidan normalniy ovqatlanadigan odamlar ham bor, o'sha uyda ovqatlanadiganlar, sup, salat yeydigan odamlar ham bor. Yoki har kun osh yeydigan odamlar ham bor. Ular uchun fast food ovqat emas. Shuning uchun mas 95% deyish xato, 70% bu уже ishondim. 70% bo'lsam ishonaman. Shunaqa realistik bo'lsa, I would be happy to see that.
Aha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Demak, tushunarli. Agar a, qishloqcha qilib aytadigan bo'lsa, shunaqa ma'lumot yozing, u ma'lumotni to'g'ri yoki noto'g'ri ekanligini tekshiradigan source bo'lmasligi kerak. Ya'ni masalan, butun boshli Amerikada degan ma'lumotni ishlatmang, chunki Amerikan statistikasi number by number olib boriladi. Lekin locally made research desangiz agar, masalan, Toshkentning o'zida u unaqa narsani o'zi yo'q. No bo'lganda ham hech qayerda chiqarilmagan bo'lishi mumkin. Umuman olganda, ular sizni false ekanligini, ya'ni bu narsa xato ekanligini isbotlay olmasa, bu birinchi narsa. Ikkinchi narsa, berayotgan statistikangiz logical bo'lsin. Ya'ni hech qachon aytmang, masalan, Toshkentda 89% odam chekadi deb aytmang. Chunki kruzdagi hamma chekadigan bo'lsa, bu degani butun Toshkent chekadi degani emas. Ya'ni logical statistics bo'lsin, bu narsa regional bo'lsin, mana shunda make sense bo'ladi.
Xuddi
Am I
shunaqa.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good. Okay. Savol bormikan yana? I've got a question. What if we add another solution to our body too that we have not mentioned in our introduction? Bu narsa menimcha kerak emas. Chunki essayni boshidan oxirigacha bitta gapda turishingiz kerak deb o'tgan savol aytgandim. Agar introductionda hech qanaqa bir yangi solution bermasdan bodyning ikkinchisida osmondan olib kelib qo'ysangiz, уже u yaxshi ish bo'lmaydi. Ya'ni aytilmagan narsani yozayotgan bo'lasiz.
Chunki task bir ham bor-da, ana qanaqadir additional main body yoki additional solution nima kerak? Chunki yana 25 minut o'sha barcha aytgan ketadi. Odamlar shu narsani tushunishi
Aha.
kerak-da.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Savollar bormi?
Savollar ustoz kopiya yo'q, savollar bor, u lekin javob berish shart bo'lmagan savollar.
Okay.
How can I
Shunchalik-
improve the quality of
Okay.
sentence?
How
How
do you
can I
improve what?
improve quality of sentence? By
Learn
writing
grammar?
beautifully, right? Like making handwriting beautiful, right?
Okay, or just learning grammar? I don't know, doing general English? How about that?
Yeah. Grammar and general English makes sense, yeah. Nima deyotganingiz Dilshod aka?
Yo, ana shunchalik clear bo'lsa, hatto bir clear deb yozsin-da bo'ldi yoki savol bersin qanaqadir.
Yeah, okay.
Savol.
Tak, hammasi tushunarli bo'lsa, bitta plus qoldiring kommentariyaga.
A little bit of
Keyin,
math, right?
yeah. Okay. Good. Da, o'zi tugadi. Bu marafon. Bilasiz qanaqa bo'lishini. Yaqinda ochmoqchi biza paid course ham. To'g'rimi Dilshod aka? U ham xuddi shunaqa, faqat bundan to'liqroq extensiveroq bo'ladi. Ya'ni har bitta topikka oldindan vocabulary beriladi, ideya beriladi. Dars o'zida o'sha vocabulary ideyalar bilan essay birga yoziladi. Essay structure tushuntirilib, bitta zo'r essay tahlil ham qilib beriladi. Unda task 1 ham, task 2 ham bo'ladi. Ochsakmikan yoki yo'qmi? Nima deysiz Dilshod aka? Под вопросом bu.
Ochamiz. Essay checking kerak odamlarga.
Yeah.
7 ta dars
И
emas, 5 dars kerak odamlarga.
yeah. Just perfect. That was clear. Rekordni tashladi. Rekordni tashlayman. So writing course ochaylik. Yeah. Okay. Some people need it. Farqi yo'q debdi bittasi Eric Wright. Okay. Xo'p, menimcha dars tugatsak ham bo'ladi.
Xuddi shunaqa.
Savol yo'q. Hamma narsa tushunarli. Men videolarni tashlab qo'yaman. Essay tashlandi. No, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you
Good.
tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Ertaga adashmasam sizlar bilan ko'ramiz qaysi mavzuni. Environment haqida ko'rar ekanmiz. Ertaga endi problem solution bo'lar ekan. Yeah. Ertaga ham qiziq mavzu bo'ladi. Okay?
That's it. See you then. Have a good one.
Dilshod aka, rahmat, charchamang. Goodbye.
Charchamaylar. Rahmat, sog' bo'linglar.
Xo'p, men video zapisi to'xtatay. Ro'parasi 1 soat